Hey everyone. Ooh. Hi, how are you? It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Anna's here, Monty, Sarah, Dahlia, Takara. Hello, Damien is here. Charlie, hey, Mike and Steph. Oh man. Carmen is here. Forsaken Fallen, Deb. Augie, hi. Hi everyone. Simply Wisty is here. Falling Hoshi. Hi. Midori is here. I don't know if you can see her. Yeah, you're here. Here, want to turn around and say hi? Oh, no, let's just get hair everywhere. That's fine. Hello. Hello. Hi, Liz. Oh, so I did my, I don't know if, oh, hey, Annie. I don't know if Deb and Drayton are here, but I have blue tea again, and I put it in a clear glass mug. So I don't know if you can see. Ooh, oh yeah, I'll do it here with the, so it's just very, very, very gently starting to turn. So I'll keep you posted on that as it brews. Midori, I see you. Yes, I see you are here. Oh, Jimmy's here. Hey. Yes, Midori would, yes. Forsaken Fallen says Midori would rather be heard and not seen, apparently. Yeah, apparently so. You just want to be loud and get scritches. So hi, how's everybody doing? How are you? I'm glad you're here. If you're new here, if you've not been here before, welcome. I'm Sarah. You can see my name down here in the bottom of the screen. Hey, it's 1999 Mummy Movie. Hello, I love that you're here. I have not tried it with lemon yet. Okay, but I'm going to, not burn myself. Blue tea is the name for a video game dev. Ooh. Let's see. It's still going. I think it's going to take a little while. And it helps if I do the little bobbing thing. But there's like some beautiful blue coming out of it, and it'll keep going as we go. I haven't tried it with lemon yet. Oh yeah, now you can see it. Well, yeah, this is great. The glass mug was a good call. Oh, yes, Tim, I would love a little wedge of lemon if you could bring me one. Thank you. You know, we have all these lemons in the fridge. We might as well have some. Yes, Dahlia says Midori is unhappy the tea is getting more attention than her. Yes. Oh, hey. Oh, lovely. Started listening to Omen on your walk this week. I love it. Oh, are we going to get some Tim on camera? I'm not sure. Tim is notoriously camera shy. Drayton says I should wear a blue tea and drink blue tea. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, scritches. Oh, they're scritches. So yeah. Oh, thank you. Now I'm just, it's okay. You embrace it, right? You embrace the cat hair floating through your office. Augie says it'll be an honor to see the hand of Tim. Oh, Monty says I haven't been here for a bit. What's with the blue tea? So I've been drinking different kinds of tea, and I've been commenting on the different kinds of tea I've been drinking. And I don't remember who first brought it up. Maybe it was Deb and Drayton. But Deb and Drayton sent me some blue tea. So it's actually called Butterfly Tea Flower Pea. No, Butterfly Pea Flower Tea. It's hard to say. And this is what it looks like. Oh wait, here, hand of Tim. Can hand of Tim come in front of the camera?
No.
People would wish to see the hand of Tim.
No.
No. Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. He said no.
I let Mo smell lemon and he ran away.
Oh, Momo ran away with the lemon. That's fine. So yeah, oh hey, Poxy's here. Hey Poxy. Oh man. No, Tim has said no. Tim has said no to the hand. I know, it's rough here. Oh, that's awesome. Got the opportunity to have your book featured. Takara, that's amazing. Oh, hey, Shannon's here. Hello. Hi. Hi. Oh my gosh, Anne, you hit your Camp Nano goal. Yes, finished your novel first draft this week. It's like it happened to someone else. Why is that? It's like it happened to someone else. Is that because you can't believe that you did it, or because you kind of have an out-of-body feeling about it? I would be very curious to hear more about that. So let's see. I'm gonna put this. I just want to make sure there's no cat hair on the lemon. That's the goal of this operation. I'm gonna hold up my tea as it continues to brew. It's very beautiful. Ooh, beautiful blue tea. Now I do enjoy a nice strong cup of tea. So I'm gonna let this bob just for a few more seconds, I think. Isn't that a beautiful color though? Like that's real. Like this is real. This is real life. This is some real blue tea. And then I'm gonna squeeze some lemon into it. And apparently it's gonna be pretty. No, stay away from my lemon. You wanna smell it? She does not care. You just don't care. Our other cat, Momo, apparently ran away when he smelled the lemon. Midori does not care. The lemon does not trouble her. Oh, man. Let's see. Yes, we heard the voice of Tim, and the voice of Tim said, no. I know people were cheering for the hand of Tim, and there was no hand of Tim. So yes, essentially we're just dealing with the voice of Tim. To me, Tim, Damien says, is now essentially Charlotte, like from Girl in Space. He's on a track, zooming around the house, bringing Sarah lemons and keeping her accountable. Tim is wonderful. Tim is more than just a lemon bringer. Tim is many good things. So much appreciation for Tim. Yes, Tim Prime News. If you're not subscribed to Omen, you should be. It's quite good. Thank you, Jimmy. Tim knows his podcast craft and is a heck of a writer too. Thank you for saying that. Wow. Yeah, Anne said, okay, so Anne was saying that like it feels like it happened to someone else. I can't believe I did it and actually finished something. It sounds like it's a little surreal. I know. And I feel like I want to talk more about this because I know this feeling. I also very rarely finish projects. I'm usually in the midst of a project, or I have projects that don't end. You know, like the Right Now podcast is a project that doesn't end because it's an ongoing nonfiction show. So finishing something is just like weird and surreal. And I don't have anything really intelligent to say about that feeling. And I kind of wish I did. I wish I had something smart to say about it, but I don't really, other than I understand. And I know what you're talking about. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of things. Looks like Romulan ale. I appreciate you so much. Monty says I'm over halfway done with my Camp Nano word count goal, but I don't think it's going to be a short story, probably another novel in progress. Monty, that sounds amazing. That sounds wonderful. Hey, Laura's here. Laura asked, does it taste like standard tea or herbal tea like? Yeah, it doesn't really, to me, last time I had it, it tasted a little bit just like it was like a little bit earthy, like an oolong. Oh yeah, that's a nice blue. Yeah, I hope you can see this. And I'm gonna do a little bit of showmanship here. So I have an ordinary slice of lemon from my refrigerator, and I'm gonna squeeze some lemon into it. It's like we're doing like science here. All right, let's see what this lemon does. Oh, oh, do you see this? Do you see this? Can you see this beautiful color? I don't know what the thumbnail for this video is going to look like when I eventually post it. But this is like the most beautiful, beautiful, purpleful tea ever. This is really beautiful. So, okay, I hope you've enjoyed. I mean, that's gorgeous. Like, that's beautiful. Look at that purple. I hope you've enjoyed this demonstration. So you never know. You never know what you're going to see here in one of my ride-alongs. If I'm going to make purple tea in front of you, I mean, like, that's really beautiful. I'm only ever drinking this tea out of this mug going forward. I do also have backup. So I have my Planet mug, which just has regular green tea in it in case I needed a bit of caffeine. But yeah. Foxy says, man, I haven't done any writing in forever. Well, we're going to do some tonight, and it's going to be amazing. Jimmy says, I will leave a tea bag in a mug until it grows bitter like the first survivor voted off the island they keep around for humiliating interviews the rest of the season. Jimmy, I think it's, for green tea, it's 2 minutes. For black teas, it's 4 to 6 minutes. And for herbal teas, I think it's 5 to 7 minutes. Got to set a timer. I use my Fitbit, my timer on my Fitbit for tea. Oh, and do make sure you're hydrating. This is not moonshine. This is in fact water, aka H2O. So make sure that you are hydrating. It's very important for us to be healthy and hydrated as creators. Anne is here. Hey, Anne. A multitude of Tims. Oh, I love that. Oh. Wasn't that pretty? I know. Sorry, I'm like going through it is. It's like the mood ring of teas. Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's really good. Mike, hey, Mike is here. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, that's right. And Tim is saying, so there is a Discord for this group, and it's called the Writers Mastermind. And so if you want an invite to that Discord, let Tim know. Tim has also put together a Discord for his show Omen. So if you want to join that, let Tim know. Either way, let Tim know, and then just let one of our mods know. We have a lot of mods. Actually, I think we have a full house of mods tonight. Welcome, mods. Thank you for what you do. I love that you're here. Hello. Oh, Sarah's here. Hey. Yes. Ooh, Anne says I got to interview Robin Lee Hatcher. That's exciting. Surpassed your Camp Nano goal. Also exciting. Oh, Shannon. I feel this. Shannon says, does anyone ever have the feeling that when you decide to get serious about your craft, life decides you should not? Yes. And oh gosh, this is such a good observation. And I think it's so real and so true for so many writers and creators. Like, it doesn't matter what it is you're creating. Sometimes life is just like, nope. And I don't know if that's because we're looking to prioritize something else, and the other things in our life just don't want to be deprioritized. I think that's part of it. And then also, I don't know if we're looking for other things in our way, if we're maybe looking for distraction a little bit sometimes. I know I am. I'm going to hold up this tea again because it's just so freaking pretty. I mean, look at that's beautiful. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. If I was more of like a hustle person, like a Gary V, I would be like, that's just life telling you to make a hard choice, or that's just life putting obstacles in your way so you can see how much you want it. But I don't know if I really subscribe to that stuff. And I know for some people that's helpful, and some people like that kind of message, but please know that I know what you're feeling. And for me, it just really outlines and highlights the struggle that we have as creators to prioritize our work in a world that's screaming for us to pay attention to literally everything else. So it's up to you if you want to prioritize it. It's up to you if you want to split the prioritization between this and something else that you're doing, but it definitely is a thing. That's a thing. Oh, Annie says, lavender tea here tonight, though sadly not lavender colored. Ooh, and need to decide what I'm working on, revision or incorporating critique notes on or two different options for drafting. Annie, that is a lot. That's a lot. And you always make the best choice. And so I have 100% of faith in you that you will make the right choice. Yes, that is the kind of tea you just want to look at. Yes. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, hydrate. Oh my gosh, add some edible sparkles to the tea to make galaxy tea. That's a galaxy brain idea. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, happy Wednesday. Thanks, Cassandra. Oh, Jimmy says timer. My timer is, oh, I was brewing a mug of tea because I like to live dangerously. Apparently you also like bitter tea. Oh man. Oh, when I make tea, I want to be able to stand my spoon up in it. I like strong tea. I like strong flavors, but like there's like a tipping point for me. And I don't know if I'm just like magical special snowflake baby, but like especially with like black and green tea, if it goes past like 4 or 5 minutes in brewing, I start to get like this like sour bitter taste. And I want to say it's something like tannins or something like that, but I don't think I know enough about tea to like expertly say that. But I don't know. There's like a tipping point for me where it's like, oh, the tea is good. Oh, the tea is better. Oh, the tea is at prime brewing flavor, potency, potential. And then there's like, oh, now it's getting nasty. Yes. Yes. I'm going to be drinking to my health tonight. I've got water. I've got 2 kinds of tea. Oh, not liking your internet connection. Mike, we miss you. Mike, come back. I hope you're okay. Pinball Princess says, I got tired of tea bags falling into my drink, so I tie it around the handle to seep, and then I forget to remove it ever. I also do like the little loop around the handle, unless I've got the free. So this is like a little free floating one. I should probably take the tea bag out. It was just so pretty. Here we go. Okay. Ooh, let's see. Good, and you passed your lesson. Lovely. Chicken's all safe for tonight, says Liz. And these are actual chickens. Sometimes I don't know if Liz is talking metaphorically or literally, but apparently it is literal. The chickens are so sweet. They don't make a fuss at all. Just parade into the coop, fly up to their roosts, and nod off. Oh, those chickens are like my little soulmates. That sounded weirder than I intended it, but like just marching off to bed and just like falling asleep is like the most cozy and gentle activity. And that just sounds amazing right now. I did take a nap today. Oh no, Mike, you're on a hot spot. Oh, that sucks. Ugh. Sarah says, I have so many projects. And last night I decided to add one more to the pile. Sarah, are you taking on too much? Oh, and then a request from Monty to hold up the tea again. So it's butterfly pea flower tea, and it turned from blue to purple. I squeezed a lemon wedge into it. So I'm just gonna look at this. I feel like I did a cool science experiment. I feel cool. And it's just soothing. It's a little bit like a oolong or a chamomile. And it's good with the lemon and it's very refreshing. So yeah. Monty, I hope that helps. Forsaken Fallen says, Shannon, I know exactly how you feel. A couple years ago, when I decided to make writing a priority, life gave me cancer. Oh my gosh. So it fell to the wayside again. Like, come on. I'm going to joke about it because that's how I deal. Yes. 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 Oh my gosh. Yes. Sometimes it feels like life is doing it on purpose too. I know that. I know that. Yes. Oh, I appreciate everything all of you are saying. So Jimmy says, Shannon, I think that sometimes when we decide to do something important, our insecurities and our doubts and various unconscious fears test us to see just how serious we are. Right. Those doubts and those insecurities and those fears, they're like, nah, don't prioritize your writing. See, I can say that because I've been dealing with doubts and anxieties and fears. I don't know if you all subscribe to my newsletter that comes out on Mondays. It's called the Dear Creators Newsletter, and you can subscribe. Oh, I made a thing for this. You can subscribe at sarahwerner.com. Look, I made a little thing for it. But I talked about, like, yeah, there's a reason that I've only been doing interview episodes and not solo episodes of the Right Now podcast lately, because I have so much anxiety and fear and doubt that I can't say anything smart enough or original enough, that I've just been like, I'm good at interviewing people. Let's interview people. So at least I haven't gotten like anxiety or imposter syndrome about interviewing. That I've stuck with that. I can do an interview. Yeah, Dahlia says, I feel like it's time to get serious and then I hit a block or life gets in the way. Sometimes a side project comes and becomes the main project. Yes, life is crazy. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh, there's so many good comments. Shoot. There's so many good comments. Ooh, Charlie says, I have a new green tea that's expensive, but it's matcha apple ginger. I don't drink a lot of apple teas. I bet that's amazing. Oh, and the ginger and the matcha. Charlie, I bet that's wonderful. I hope you're enjoying it. Liz says, working on sketches for the Almost Daily Haiku collection. Wonderful, wonderful. As Barbara Steph says, we can refuse to choose. Ooh, I must have several things on the go. Yes. That is a thing, is to, instead of deprioritizing other things, it's just adding writing or your new project as an equal priority. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Wow, Tim says my nickname is Bitter Tea. That just made me laugh. My gosh, Mike, let's give Mike a hand, because Mike is trying so hard to join us tonight. Mike says, okay, so I have the video playing on my phone and I'm chatting from my PC. Mike, you're amazing. That's true dedication. That's true dedication. I'm so glad you're here with us today. All of you, I'm so glad you're here today. Ooh, what? Earl Grey martinis from the Star Trek okay, there's a Star Trek cocktail book. Yeah, I guess what's the onboard bar where Whoopi Goldberg works? I'm not gonna be able to remember it. Forward One. I don't remember the name of the bar on the Enterprise, but that's amazing. Yes. Jimmy says, I drink bitter tea, because that's how tea is and that's how I am, tough. I don't sip tea. I wrestle it around the mug with a spoon made of spite and determination, and I sweeten it with the memories of past teas vanquished. That's like its own little short story. That's its own little short story, Jimmy. That's beautiful. Oh, passion fruit tangerine kombucha. Oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. Yes, those chickens are living their best life. Takara wrote a poem earlier today. Yes, you are on a roll. Sarah. Yeah, Sarah says, what? Me taking on too much? Never, she says, not believing her own words. From one Sarah to another. If I can be that person, and I can say, here's the tea, and then like look at you and say you're taking on too much stuff. But there's nothing wrong with being ambitious. I have a podcast episode about this. It was so important for me to talk about how ambition is not a bad thing. It just sometimes gets us into trouble when we push ourselves too hard. I know, there's just a lot going on there. I know we have full mod power. 10 forward. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. 10 forward. I was like, 4-1 forward, 10 forward. Thank you. And you should go make some peppermint tea. Ooh. The fear newsletter, Laura says, really called me out. Yeah. It called me out too. That's why I don't like to call out other people. I like to call out myself. And then if you identify with me calling out with myself, then that's you getting called out too. But I never want to like call out people for something that like I'm also not guilty of. I like to create community that way. Just guilt community. Anne says, tonight I'm not writing. I'm catching all the little projects I pushed aside while working on Nano. So this is like catch up time for you. Yes. Oh, hey, Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. Oh, heck yes. Damien, do it. Damien says, I am absolutely full of silly manic energy tonight. I love it. I actually started writing an hour before the create along. I am writing this very rare, enthusiastic wave. Yes, yes, yes. Damien, good for you. Good for you. Wow. Nice. Hey, Numberless Dreams is here. Hello. 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 Mike says I'm going to dig into my notebooks tonight and see what's brewing. I love it. Yes. Ooh, Tim. Yeah, Tim has been struggling this week. And that's okay. And I can say that because I've been struggling too. Tim says, I'm struggling to start an especially long and challenging scene with tons of characters, location changes, and points of view. Ugh. Tim, what do you need to move forward? What do you need to move forward? Cassandra says, I usually have too many things going on at once because I have a lot of creative interests. Absolutely. Which means I always have a bunch of in-process projects. I excel at getting in my own way. Yes. Welcome to our club. Yes. Oh, Shannon, I love this. Shannon says, this is why I fight to at least get this time with all of you, even if everything else falls apart. Being able to remember that we're not alone in the struggle is, for me, the spark that keeps the fire going. Yes, you are not alone. And Tim, you're not alone in feeling overwhelmed. Or are you overwhelmed? I think it might help to identify, what is it you're feeling about that scene? Are you just like preparing yourself for it to be tedious? Or do you think it's too much for you to handle? Or are you overwhelmed or tired? Or think about what it is that you're feeling. Yeah. Oh, hey, Christine's here. Hey, Christine. Yeah. Yeah. Damien says, that's exactly what I'm avoiding with Cybernautica right now. Why do we do this, Tim? Yeah. Good. Mike says, I've been journaling since I started my trip south. Missed a day or two here or there, but I'm trying to keep up. That's a really good habit. I love my journaling habit. You can tell like that I'm sliding into depression when I stop journaling. When I don't want to look at how I'm feeling. It's been an interesting journey. Augie says, I caught up on my editor's notes before I ditched my work in progress for 3 months. Finally back in the saddle, but now I have to wait for more notes to come through. So tonight I'm watching Dimension 20 and playing with my ratties. I love them. I love your ratties. Augie has, I don't know if they're still classified as baby rats, but you got some new rat buddies and they're super cute. Anne says, I'm going to finish another character profile, and if I have time, I'm going to revise the first chapter of my novel. Lovely. If there's time. By the way, I wrote over 1,400 words last Wednesday night. Yes, Anne, get it. Get it. Yeah. Tim says, I'm just getting tired of sticking with season 1 for over 2 years. I feel you. Ready to start writing again. And Tim, maybe this is a good time to, like, if you're far enough ahead, take an editing break and like write one of those bonus episodes. Like, feed your writing soul. It sounds like you need to feed that part of your spirit. So maybe think about writing one of your books. I know I get to know the secrets, and I know that Tim has some really, really good bonus episodes planned. So Tim, if you want to just use an hour tonight to scratch the writing itch, maybe start putting together a bonus episode. That might make you feel better. Oh, so Jimmy has a newsletter called Thursday that comes out on Wednesdays. So Jimmy says, today I got Thursday out to many excellent subscribers and posted a new story bit in the ongoing The Lighthouse thing I'm writing, apparently. I like that you say apparently, like, yeah, you're writing it. And I wrote 2 so far unpublished poems yesterday for a big thing I'm not talking about quite yet. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm in favor of it. Jimmy, you're leaning into it. Jimmy, you're leaning into it. It reminds me of The Matrix, when Morpheus is talking about Neo and he's like, he's starting to believe. I feel like you're starting to believe. You're starting to embrace the fact that you're doing this, that you're a writer. And it's not going to stay like this forever, but you will get back to it. I mean, it's up and down. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Drayton says, might go into the garage and work on my electronics restoration project, old school video game arcade, dual player Atari Final Lap. Holy cow. Drayton, that sounds awesome. You have so many interests and so many things that you do. That's amazing. Oh, yeah. Oh, Christine says, I was in coach training all day, and now I'm curious about coaching around anxiety and doubt. Yes, please. When you learn about that stuff, let me know. Yes. Falling Hoshi says, I should write, but I'm comfortable on the couch crocheting a blanket for my nephew. That sounds wholesome and beautiful and gentle and artistic. So if that's what feels good to you, that's what you should do, Falling Hoshi. Yeah, Tim says it's tough releasing a podcast and getting a more realistic experience of the amount of engagement and interest of listeners. Yeah, it can be really, really tough. It can be really tough. Oh, thank you notes. Oh, to people who helped you celebrate your 39th wedding anniversary last Saturday. Happy anniversary, Deb and Drayton. Wonderful. Sarah says, tonight I'm torn between brainstorming for this new project or keeping on drawing this thing I started at lunch. Let your spirit just tell you what it wants to do. Use tonight to indulge in whatever sounds more fun and exciting. Carrie says, I'm doing some work in my planner. Ooh, bought a 5-year planner last year, not knowing the world would catch fire and we'd have a plague, but I'm getting back into using it. Good. I'm going to read just a few more comments here, and then we're going to start writing because start creating. I don't like to say writing exclusively because people are working on so many great things. Dahliage is trying to re-outline the book. Ooh, as in, I thought I had it, started drafting it, then found out it had issues fairly quickly, but I'm getting there hopefully. Yeah, creativity is not linear. It's not point A outline to point B write the book. It's iterative. So outline, work a little bit, loop back, re-outline, loop back, write, loop back, rewrite, loop back, maybe tweak the outline one more time. Like, it's just, you're constantly reiterating and iterating. And that's just the creative process, or at least how I've experienced it. I know different people do it differently. Ooh, Ooh, you got hit with all the feelings. Ooh, you got hit with that this week. Yes, something that you didn't think you'd feel. Yes. So Damien says, I'm writing Hanapocalypse tonight to clear my head. Yeah. Tim, you have no idea how strongly I identify with this. Tim says, I just want everything to be done so I can sit back and do nothing for once. I feel like I've never done that, you know? Like whenever I quit a job, I always had my next job lined up. So like I just never was done with anything. And it's exhausting to be in a constant state of production, to be in a constant state of demand and production and just there's no end, you know? It does, it gets exhausting. Oh, Simply Wisty says, I'm just enjoying everyone here tonight. I've been so busy. I'm using this time to relax and just create if it hits me. Yes, Wisty, that is wonderful. And also, so I'm going to, oh, you guys, you're saying so many nice things. Mike says, oh, guess what I'm working on? Mike, you're working on your steampunk novel, right? Right? I'm going to assume I'm right. Hi, we're writing and creating together here tonight. We're going to go for just a little bit under an hour. It's going to end up being like 50 minutes once I stop talking and explaining how this works. But we'll go, it's 7:38 p.m. Central Time. We're going to go till 8:30 p.m. Central Time. So those of you who are on the Pacific Coast, we're going until 6:30. If you're in Mountain Time, we're going to 7:30. If you're in Central here, we're going to 8:30. And if you're on the East Coast, we're going until 9:30 p.m. At which point you will hear the beautiful summoning sound of the alpenhorn. Or you can set a timer and you can hear the sound of your timer, whatever you prefer. But I'll gently summon you back at that time. In the meantime, I do mute myself, so you can keep this window open if you want in the background and not have to worry about muting it. I'm gonna just hold up this tea because it's beautiful. Look at that, that's so beautiful. I'm drinking science. Oh, and to Wisty's point, if you're here with us tonight and you're not feeling the creativity, if you are exhausted from a day of work, if you're exhausted from life in general happening, if creating tonight is not a good idea for you, if it doesn't feel good, if it doesn't sound energizing, I want you to use this time, these next 50 minutes, to doodle, to stare at a wall, to look out the window, watch the sunset or watch the sunrise, depending where you are. Do some coloring, play with some Play-Doh, listen to some whale sounds, whatever it is you need. Do some meditation, do some crocheting. There's many different ways to be creative, and even rest is a creative exercise. I want you to remember that. Oh. Oh, Monty says, got the tea in my Amazon shipping list along with Jimmy's book. Payday won't be here quick enough. Monty, that's very sweet of you. Yes. Yeah, Jimmy has a book, so. Yeah, Damien, you're an artist. We're all artists. We're never done. Yeah. On that note, let's do this. Should we do this? All right. We're down to 49 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and we're going to get started. And again, if you want to create, that's fantastic. If you want to stare out the window or play Stardew Valley, that's also fantastic. Just make sure you're hydrating. All right? All right, friends, let's do this. Oops, you got a little bit of an echo in there. I forgot I had the Twitch window open. 800 words for Damien. Beautiful. How are you guys doing? How was that? I do want to say, if you are on a roll and if you're like, how has it been? 49 minutes already. You can feel free to mute me, close out of here, keep going, do your thing, keep writing, whatever you need to do. Sarah's tablet pen died. Oh no, I have to recharge it. Forsaken Fawn says there's nothing worse than the mechanical computer voice reading your story to you with no emotion, but it's a necessary step to me toward completion. I totally get that. Thank you, Damien, for the Prime shout out. You're wonderful. I appreciate that. Yeah, it looks like people got some good stuff done. Dahlia just says my cat is demanding attention and stepping on my index cards. That sounds familiar. That sounds about right. Yes. Yeah. Damien says they went by too fast. Damien, mute me. Keep writing. Do your thing. Chase your muse. Follow the dream. That's all approved here. A harmony of yeeting. Yes, that's what it was. Forsaken Fallen says, I got the Queer Fairy story out the door and I started rewriting another sub. Lovely. Maybe the 5th time is the charm. Oh, I feel that. There are episodes of Girl in Space where I was like, well, time for, version number 9. Oh, it can be hard to get it right. And it can be hard to know when, excuse me, it can be hard to know when to stop rewriting it and when to just say, okay, this is what it is and it has to be done. I struggle with that a lot. I will rewrite and recreate forever and ever. So yeah. Yes. Deb says, aren't you glad computers count the words for you? Yes. My sister, my younger sister, Rebecca, who I'm going on a writing retreat with in just, I think, like 2 weeks or so. When she was in high school, she did NaNoWriMo and she wrote the thing by hand. And she was like counting the words by hand in her notebook. And I was like, you're better than I am. Oh, good. Simply Wisty says, wow, that timed so well with the song I was listening to. It was finishing just as the yeet began. Oh, that makes me happy. Dahlia says, I put some scenes into the outline, so progress. Yay. The new midpoint has nixed most of my previous ideas. Yes. Yeah. And it's just that iterative nature of creating. That's just, I know it's frustrating, but it's also true and good. And you're making progress, even though I know it feels like you're just redoing a lot of stuff. Yeah, I feel that. Nice, Monty. 419 words, best I've done all day. Beautiful, beautiful. Anne says, I finished the profile and this detective has a lot to say. The echo harmonized perfectly. I also feel great after having had peppermint tea. Oh, I love peppermint tea. I love peppermint tea. I'm going to make some peppermint tea right after this. I've been really good about my caffeine and not drinking any caffeine. I've gone down in my caffeine consumption. Those of you who have been on this roller coaster with us a while remember that, like, I used to drink multiple caffeinated cups of coffee every day. And I was doing like a pot of coffee a day, like 6 cups of coffee a day. And I would drink it at like 8 p.m. and just be able to go to bed right after that. And it's like now I've been doing 1 caffeinated cup a day and then just like tea, lightly caffeinated tea or herbal tea the rest of the day. And lately I've been doing half. Like I got some really good decaf and I'll mix half 1 cup of decaf with half a cup of regular strength coffee. And like, that's it. And so now I'm like, oh, if I have caffeine after like noon, then I'm like, so I don't know. Those of you who are looking to get off of a caffeine addiction, it can be done. I don't know if you'd want to do it. Like, I don't necessarily know if I've really seen any benefits from not having more caffeine in my life. So I mean, just other than the fact that now if I don't have it, I don't get headaches. Like I'm not chemically addicted to caffeine anymore. Like, yay, I guess. So that's probably a good thing. So now if like I travel somewhere, I don't have to like worry, like, when am I going to get coffee? So yeah, if I ever get stranded on a desert island, I won't have a headache. Okay, moving on. For Forsaken Fallen, Annie suggests naturalreaders.com/online for computer voices, some of their higher tier voices. Yes. Oh, Drayton says, I remembered next Wednesday is a science fiction fantasy pit pitch event on Twitter. So I was working on my pitch for Dances with Aliens. I love it. So Drayton, does that mean, so when you're pitching, are you looking for an agent or are you looking for a publisher? I'm assuming agent. But you know what happens when you assume. Takara working on the next book. I love it. Is the next book, did you finish your fantasy ogre story? And is your next book going to be like a fiction novel, or is it going to be nonfiction, or is it going to be a poetry book? Because I know you also just published your poetry book. So I am very interested to see what you're working on next, what you've got planned. Nice, Mike, cleared 1,000 words. Mike, you are amazing. I'm so proud of you. I know it sounds, I don't want that to sound condescending, but I am proud of you. I think you're just awesome. So congrats on 1,000 words. That is really significant. Oh, thanks for being here, Mike. I don't think I caught you before you left, but that's okay. Numberless Dreams says, if I do nano this year, I think I'll do it by hand. That might be a way to keep me writing this year. I write better by hand too. I write better by hand, and I think better when I write by hand. I think slower, and it gives the ideas time to like actually blossom and bloom, and they're not forced or pushed along or sped in any way. And so for me, that makes for better, more thoughtful writing. So I don't know. I hope you enjoy it. Writing by hand is, I mean, it's a great exercise for any writer. Wisty says, wrote over 300 words, but I only started 30 minutes ago because of a phone call. That's amazing. And you can keep going if you want. Good. Cassandra, I love that you're here. Cassandra says, I didn't do any writing tonight, but I am here, which is a step in the right direction. Yeah. You're here. You're here and you're you. And that's all anyone can ask of you. And if you feel like writing next time, that's amazing. And if you still need another day, then that's also okay. That's okay. I am like more and more as I continue to recover from years of burnout and as I work my way into getting older and wiser, I'm more and more a proponent of rest and not pushing yourself to the point where it hurts. And I'm still like dealing with feelings of, you know, guilt and blah, 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 all of that stuff. And like, oh, you're not being productive when you're resting, but you're taking better care of yourself. And that's important. It's important. Nice. Jimmy is 200 words further into the lighthouse monstrosity. I like, you know what? I want monstrosity to be its own like genre of writing. So it's like, what are you writing? Oh, you're writing a poem, you're writing a novel, you're writing a memoir. Jimmy's writing a monstrosity. Like, that's perfect. That's so perfect for you. I like that. Ooh, Annie got sidetracked in the research. 1920s cars and 1960s clothes. I kind of love that though. Especially if you're not sure where to go next with your work. Like research can be like a real legitimate way to like procrastinate a little bit. Or at least that's what I used it for. Oh my gosh, Jimmy says, okay, so it was really more like 500, but I deleted 300 and rewrote a few and moved a couple around. That's amazing. Yeah, that counts. Yeah. So Sarah says, I tried something after my tablet pen died. This new project, I'm unsure what road to take. So I'm listing all the stuff I really like and then why I like them, and I'll pick inspiration from that. Oh, I love that. I love that, Sarah. I love that. Oh yeah, yeah. Anyone with kids, yeah, if you need to catch up and keep up with kids, don't give up caffeine. My sister has a 1.5-year-old and chugs coffee like I used to. And yeah, she can't not do that. Yeah. Drayton, you're looking for that agent. Good. I hope you find someone. I hope that this ends up being a really cool, lucrative thing for you. I really do. And I wonder too if like, are there like agents who listen to funny science fiction? Like you have such a huge community around that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that also is like huge agent bait, like collateral for landing an agent. Jimmy says, I get my caffeine from a few different places. If I'm ever stranded on a desert island, I'm going to be a hot mess right up to the point where the high blood pressure makes me explode like a test nuke in the Pacific. So like there's like worries beyond just the caffeine. Yeah, I suppose. So I actually also take, I take anti-anxiety, antidepressants. I also take medicine that lets me breathe. So you know what, Jimmy, you've got a point there. If I'm stranded on a desert island, yes, I won't get caffeine headaches, but I'm also going to have some serious issues breathing. Ha. Modern medicine is a marvel. I take pills that make my lungs work. Like, that's amazing. Yes. Cassandra says, I can tell I'm more creative when writing by hand. Yeah. Ooh, Takara, a free verse poetry novel. I love this. You just write everything. You write every genre, a free verse poetry novel. Oh, I'm excited for that. Sarah says, I need caffeine to survive work days. Yeah, there's a very active coffee and caffeine channel on the Discord. So I think a lot of people might agree with that. Excuse me. Yes, Damien says, I just coined the term shambling murder husk in the Hanapocalypse script. Oh my gosh, I need to make a shirt about that. Oh, shambling murder husk. I mean, that's perfect. It's perfect. Pinball Princess has a nice long comment here, so I'm gonna like, I'm gonna just read it here. The importance of rest comes up in an anime my friend and I watched a few episodes of. Title roughly translates to, I defeated slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. The main character dies of overwork and is reincarnated as an immortal witch, and she makes a point of living a laid-back life. Each episode so far is a theme of a character being willing or wanting to work themselves to the extreme, and she is like, no, you do not. That is not a thing you do. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. I don't know how you found it or like if your friend is just really into anime, but that is absolutely glorious. Good, Carrie. Yeah, I identify with this too. Carrie says, I took Monday off in the evening and it was so nice. We watched a movie and played with the kiddo. And then hubby and I cuddled on the couch after kiddo went to bed. It was so nice. And then Tuesday, my brain was guilting me so bad. Yeah, it's hard because that's ingrained, like that work ethic is ingrained in so many of us. And I think we see our worth. And I think there's a difference. I haven't like teased this out yet, but I think there's a difference between our self-worth and our societal worth. But I'm not 100% sure what that is. And I'm sure there's been research done on it and somebody else has written some like smart books on it. But like, our value of society, once we separate loud motorcycle. Once we separate our self-worth personally from our productivity, then we have the challenge of separating our productivity from our societal worth. And that's really where I'm stuck right now. It's like, okay, yes, I could admit that, like, even if I'm not doing a ton of work, I still have value just as a human being. But then it's like, how do I define my role in society if I'm not constantly producing? And so I'm like stuck on the same question, but like a different step of it. Yes. Ugh, yeah. They do feel limiting. Drayton says, genres feel so limiting sometimes. Why not a monstrosity genre? I have a series of beer fiction novelettes. Do you really? That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, I like that. Yeah, Shannon says, wow, have you been reading my journal? I think that this is going to sound kind of woo-woo, but I don't know. I think we go through things together. I think we go through a lot of things together. And I don't know if it's the seasons. I don't know if it's just what's going on in the world, like affecting everyone, or if it's just communities like this who kind of like we get into sync with each other's energy. Yeah, I said it was going to be woo-woo. But I don't know. I think that we go through a lot of this stuff together. Thanks, Tim. Tim says, every time someone says woo-woo, I can't help but think of Curly from the Three Stooges. Thank you. Deb says, everyone seems to be much happier. Maybe everyone is full of freezer lasagna. I do love freezer lasagna. Oh, mistakes that they're holding everyone back in their game. Yeah, it's not healthy. Yes. Oof. Yeah. And it is. Freezer lasagna. Anne says, isn't the writing life a little woo-woo anyway? It really is. It really is. And I think that, like, I don't know, writers and creators, I think we're in tune to some of that stuff. And whether it's like actual like woo-woo, or whether it's just like us having deep empathy for each other and just being high empathy creatures in a world where there's a lot of strong emotions and strong feelings. I think that has part to do with it. Take a sip, hydrate. We need to be better to ourselves. Tim, do not cook a freezer lasagna right now. You're going to regret it. Yeah. Anne says weird and woo-woo is very different from just like flat out crazy. Yeah. Jimmy, you don't need to. You just need to be you. Instead of woo-woo, you need to be you. And you need to drink tea that is blue. Well, except I guess it's purple now because I put lemon in it. My friends. Yeah. Jimmy says new t-shirt alert. Oh yeah, Charlie. Drayton says, Charlie, that's a good point. Maybe we're used to grinding XP on MMO games and think we need to grind out our craft. I mean, and like that's how like society presents work to us. Like we go into the whatever factory, the marketing factory, the water treatment factory, the police factory, station factory, whatever. You know, you see where I'm going with this. And like we just produce, and we get rewarded for producing more and more and faster. And it's like, it's hard not to apply that to the rest of our life. And it's hard for us not to see this huge, our career, like this huge part of our identity as being rewarded for being constantly productive. And it's hard to like shed that when we get home, or even to shed that at work, to like resist becoming known for the amount of work or that you produce, or the amount of money that you generate, right? Anne says, let's go read. LOL. I love that. Yeah. So tonight I was writing my newsletter for Monday. So again, oh wait, I get to put up my little banner thing. Yes. So if you visit my website at sarahwarner.com, sign up for my Dear Creators newsletter. It's free, and often the topics come from things that we actually talk about right here in our chat. Where was I going with that? Oh, that's right. And so I was writing this upcoming Monday's newsletter, and I'm thinking about what it means to write as a hobby and as a discipline, and if it's necessarily like binary, you know, if it's necessarily two things. Oh my gosh, there are so many puns going on in the comments right now. I just have to say I love and appreciate you all for this. But yeah, I don't think I got more than like 200 or 300 words. Like it took me a really long time to write and focus tonight, but it was also something I needed to think a lot about. So I don't know. So that's what I was working on tonight. And I'm excited to share that with you on Monday. Oh, Jimmy, I appreciate this. Jimmy says, in my opinion, we all need to produce value, but we're allowed to decide what value means to us and those with whom we share our lives. No one has the right to extract more value from us than we wish to give. Oh, I like that a lot. I like that thought a lot, Jimmy. Because there's worth in just being a good sibling or a good parent or a good neighbor to somebody else. Like, you don't have to churn out products, right? I want to think about that. And I want to think about why society doesn't want us to do that, right? Because there's no money to line Jeff Bezos's pockets, you know, if you're just being a good neighbor to somebody, right? I'm going to just put this up just so that people can kind of like look at that and reflect on it, because I think this is really important. Yeah. And there was a point when I was like really burned out and I just needed to stop pouring value on other people and like essentially like hydrate, you know, fill your cup back up. Damien. Oh, you cracked me up. You're wonderful. You're absolutely wonderful. All of you were absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna head out because oh shoot, I was gonna tell before Mike left. I was gonna tell him I'm reading a new book called The Fisherman by I think James Langan, but I'll talk about that in the Discord later. But it was real. Yes, Drayden. I was just thinking about this. The Mexican fisherman parable. Like, I won't tell it because I'm not good at telling a story that's not mine. But like, if you ask someone else to tell it, hopefully they'll tell it to you. It's so good. It's so good. Oh my gosh, Tim. Tim says, why do I always associate the word value with products that have little to none? Like Great Value brand foods. Wow. Well, what have we done to these words, right? How have we redefined them? Jimmy says, that is, I think, the big flaw in the working world. You can be a good worker if you want. You can make widgets if you want. That's cool, your choice. But your workplace does not have the right to demand more from you than you have agreed to give. Oh my gosh, you are allowed to build boundaries. Boundaries. Boundaries is a word that I have been learning about more in 2020 and 2021. And oh gosh, I feel like this is a podcast episode about boundaries because I didn't know I was allowed to have them. Like everyone just had 24-hour a day access to Sarah, and Sarah was a like service machine. Like, oh, do you need me to read your paper over and proofread it for you? Okay, I'll do that. What do you mandatory overtime at work? Okay, I can do that, you know. Boundaries, yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Numberless Dreams says that's my biggest concern about starting a new job, making sure I can set boundaries and stick with them. Yes. Yes, boundaries, you has them, says Charlie. Drayton says, and I feel like this is good, like workplace advice. Drayton says, never give 110% or they won't be happy with your 100%. Oh, and then you're just like stuck in this cycle of always having to outperform your best, and it's exhausting. Yeah. Mandatory overtime. Yeah. Could be a real nightmare. Yes, yes. Boundaries are beneficial. Without borders, we fall off the road. Yeah. Or we crash in oncoming traffic, or we do something else terrible. Yeah. Forsaken says, Drayton, that's 100% true. I did that at my job and now I can't ever slow down and it's the worst. I've Forsaken, Fallen, and Drayton, I have done that too. Oh, I have done that too. I made the mistake of like giving 110% every day, and then you can never back down from that because you've set that as your normal. Oh, and then if you ever do less than more than anyone else is doing, you get bad performance reviews when really you're still working harder than everyone else around you. Oh my gosh. Wow, yes. Charlie, wow, you guys have some good hot takes tonight. I like this. Charlie says, you know what the human body calls things that invade its boundaries? Pathogens. Snap. I appreciate all of you so much. Jimmy says, yes, employment is a contract. You are hired to do certain things. In return, you receive certain things from your employer. It's a deal. You're allowed to stick to the deal. Remember, the person who changes the deal and makes you pray they don't change it further is the bad guy. Yes. Oh, these are some good. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yeah. It's all making bricks for Pharaoh in the end. Oof. Oof. Damien says I'm the bad guy. Yeah, you hired me for 40 hours, says Numberless Dreams. You get 40 hours. Take that. Yes, and Charlie, I'm looking at you too. I know you've been thinking about putting in some overtime. Not that I'm saying it's bad. If you need the money, like, do it. That's fine. I understand that. That's like a practical downside of the reality that we live in. But Marissa! Hi! Marissa says, jumping in to say hi. I missed you all tonight. Marissa, I just finished the last of my Stroop waffles and they were beautiful and amazing and I loved them. So thank you again. Oh, I'm reading the comments now, just like, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Great value hot lasagna takes. I mean, yes, but also Damien. Shannon, this is something I struggle with too. Shannon says, this must be why my boundaries are so bad. I'm either volunteering or working for myself and my boss is bad. Yes, I am not a good boss to myself. And I'm very slowly trying to change that. I'm trying to like take time off during the day and not, just work until I go to sleep. I've been taking weekends off, which has been nice. But like, yeah, I'm, oh gosh, 2-hour mark. Uh-oh. 2-hour mark is creeping up. 2-hour mark is the bad guy, says Jimmy. Oh, Monty, I've been in a workplace like this before. Monty says, I call my job the soul sucker. They don't believe in boundaries, just rules and more rules and lots of write-ups. I think probably many of us have worked for places like that. And I hope that you're able to just like stick it out until you can find something better. Oh, hi, 2-hour mark. Thank you for that, Charlie. Oh, yeah. Yes. I am the CEO. Yeah, I really love John Acuff. Thanks for bringing this up, Jimmy. So John Acuff has these really great affirmations. If you've read or listened to his book Soundtracks, which actually I'm still in the middle of and should finish at some point, he has these great affirmations about like being a creative and working for yourself. And one of them is, I am the CEO of me and I am the best boss. And that is something I really need to learn to live up to. My friends, yes, it is the 2-hour mark. I don't know Roy Acuff. What the story, Mark? Oh, my friends. You're all fantastic and wonderful. I'm so glad you were able to make it here tonight, even if you were just here to like hang out or to say hi. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for being you. I'm always going to thank you for that. I appreciate it more than anything. You make this community amazing. I think I've just insulted most of our people by not knowing who Roy Acuff is. Should I just like, who's Roy? I mean, maybe I do know who it is. Oh, no. The king of country music. I don't know if I'm going to disappoint you by like not knowing who that is because of my age or by not knowing who that is because I don't particularly love country music. So maybe I've just insulted pretty much everybody. But as I do that, I want to say thank you for being here and thank you for being you. And come hang out over in Discord. If you need a link to that, let one of our mods know or like message me or something, whatever. We'll get you in there. What else? Oh, that's right. We do these create-alongs and discussion kind of just creative sessions every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central. So if you were here for this and you enjoyed yourself, come on back. We do this every Wednesday. I would love to have you there. Yeah, it's a good community. It's a good time. We talk about things. We write. We work on podcasts. It's good. Hey, Leslie. No, don't put. And yes, I want to like. Okay, I don't want to call you out, Leslie, but also I want to say like, hey, if you're ever like not able to make a session, like that is totally fine. Like this is not a class for credit. It is literally just a get together of creative friends who hang out and make things. And so like, yeah, you never have to worry about being late or missing one or anything like that. I am always just glad to see you here. I'm always glad to see you here. And I would love to see you here again. Again, that is Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central. So that begins at 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Took me a minute. Oh, thank you. Leslie says, I listened to some of your chat here at the end. You're all so inspiring. Thank you. Thank you. All right, friends. I'm going to go like read or maybe do a little bit more writing, wrapping up this newsletter for Monday. I didn't quite finish it. But I hope you have a really, really good rest of your week. I hope you drink lots of water and breathe. And remember, you are allowed to set priorities and you are allowed to set boundaries. You're allowed to do two of those, both of those things. Oh, and here's Midori coming to say goodnight. You want to say goodnight? Yeah? She doesn't like that. All right, friends. I'm going to head out. You're all wonderful. And, 10 a.m. Aussie time. We'll see you next time, though. 10 a.m. Aussie time. All right, friends. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll chat soon. Bye for now.